Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Burnside's Bridge public match for you. You're seeing an overview of that map right now. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. Server size today is about 170 right now. You got about 80 to 90 guys on each side right now. CSA having 6 more, but when you consider artillery into the mix, Union having 6, Confederates having 10, so numbers are more balanced. Infantry wise, I was recording the Ghost of Antietam event tonight. However, while recording that with Crucified, my internet kept coming in and out and in and out, and so had to cancel that, unfortunately, but I still think you all deserve a video tonight, which is why I'm recording this public match now. Hopefully this is all working. I don't want to post a event video and only half of it be there and then half not be great. So we'll be with Crucified in a future broadcast, hopefully next week for Ghost of Antietam, but nonetheless we get Burnside's Bridge here. General Union strategy is to get across the bridge and then stay on the CSA side. Similar to most defensive maps, defending teams form a defensive line. If the attackers break through that and kind of hold behind it, they can really harass and bring their opponent's tickets down. Because that's a big thing in this game, War of Rights. If you don't know, it's tickets. You can see each team's morale stage. They're at battle ready right now. If the defending team hits breaking, then the attacking team can capture and win the game automatically. If not, they can capture the point, hold it for a while, and then win the game. So Union, again, just has to push across the bridge and just harass the enemy. Stay alive on the other side of the bridge. Keep your flags alive. CSA, once Union cross, you got to stop them from crossing. It's as simple as that. And if the Union gets across, generally Union will either go down this little side of the creek here or down this side. Regardless of what side they go down, you as CSA need to charge them out for 2 big reasons. One, you can't let Union sit and harass you on your side of the river. It's a losing strategy. It's never worked before. The only way you're going to win is by charging them and knocking them back out. The second biggest reason is these flags here. Flags, if you don't know, they respawn guys in. Generally, infantry can either spawn at main or they can spawn on their flag. And so you want to keep the flags alive. And if the flags are knocked down on this side of the river when CSA charges down, Union's not going to have access to those flags. It's going to make it a lot harder for them to try and win the battle. So officers today, never mentioned that you got Admin Destroyer, User, Sullivan Smells Fear, Dirty Dan, and then for the artillery you got Nate. For the Union side you got Anonymous Gentleman, Bear Jew, no officer here, Colt, and then for the artillery you got Huge Volvo. So looks like Union's starting to go across. Colt's kind of leading that right now. You can see CSA mostly forming a line on the hillside here as Union very trickled coming across the bridge here. So it looks like they're choosing for this left side here. One flag going down. He might die to fall damage. He's smart there. Yeah, look at Admin Destroyer, Sullivan. CSA's playing this so well.
You guys are a fucking idiot. You guys are fucking like an infant. I can't even lie.
Stop it.
You guys are like
Now, the thing is, you got one CSA company and a lot of guys for CSA still holding up. If all the CSA went down, they would have done this much better, but this is exactly what you need to see, and it's very well done. You have 2 down flags here. You might have these guys run over and pick it up. It looks like 2 Union flags, I would assume, went through, and they did. And CSA, again, needs to charge them out like they just did a moment ago. Because they didn't charge all of them out.
Alright, listen. Hey, no, they're still on the right.
You can hear Sullivan. He knows they're on the right. Is he going to charge?
Alright, Jimmy, hey, don't sit in the middle now. Let's go back up the hill. More back up the hill to these trees. To the trees over here.
Looks like they're just backing up for now. And you can see all those guys spawning at main. Union is going to be outnumbered, at least on this side of the river, a hot minute when they don't have 2 of those flags, which we'll keep a constant watch, but it looks like they're trying to get them out, but they'll just get shot. When a flag gets knocked down to the ground, if it's not picked up within 5 minutes, it'll automatically despawn, and someone can respawn in with the flag. So it can be a risk sometimes to pick up a flag when it's so far gone. Looks like they're going to get one of those flags back, though. Admin Destroyer's turning his guys to the right. as the pressure is starting to increase here. Dirty Dan is really the officer over here trying to keep the pressure on the Union, but Admin Destroyer sending his few guys over here as well to assist. Union Artillery hitting a nice shot. I'm only probably killed a couple. You got Colt coming back. Looks like he's trying to protect and get his flag, but here's the thing, right? CSA charged down. They lost a fair amount of tickets, but if we look at the Union tickets as well, they're also kind of down. The tickets are favoring Union, and that's probably because you have this harassment campaign by the Union on this front.
All right.
Admin Destroyer's pushing forward with his guys, but unfortunately, he has 5-6 guys. Love the idea. However, when you're outnumbered 2-3 to 1, you're not going to win that. I don't know how he survived for so long, so.
All right, boys, keep.
So CSA just trying to shoot. How is he's gonna die? Yep.
Company B, hold here.
They're coming.
Shoot any rainbows you see.
So Union kind of holding this death light here.
B, hold here.
If we look from the CSA perspective on the roadside, they cannot see the Union. You can kind of see the flag, and we're zoomed in. Zoomed out, you can still kind of see the flag, but these Union guys in very nice cover. And that's why the CSA needs, as a team, to push it up. Now, on a smaller server, again, 170 is a lot of people. 170 guys is a lot of people, but for War of Rights servers that can get up to 350 now, it's very small. And what small servers mean is that each death is worth more overall tickets, because as the number of players increase, the amount of tickets lost per death scales. And the higher the pop, the ticket scales less and less and less per death. So, sorry. Yeah, as the server pop increases, each death is worth less. So, on the small stop servers, each death is worth more. So, like, ramboing like this, not very smart. Not smart at all. Shouldn't do that. I will say, it's fun to rambo. And I'm not going to say to not do it, but at the same time, this is just focusing on the tactics of the game. And can't rambo, unfortunately, if you want to have, especially on defense. So, Union rushing across with another attempt. Unfortunately, Dad ran the wrong way, but he still got shot regardless. Probably didn't matter if he ran left or right, but CSA almost down to engaged. So, the nicer part about these smaller servers is the meta has been changing as of late. We've had these higher pop servers, which I just mentioned. Each death is worth less tickets when you get on these higher pop servers. And on top of that, the flags can spawn guys in every 5 seconds instead of 10 seconds. This change was a couple months ago, but in War of Rights time, that's very new and relevant. So, each thing contributes to a shooting meta not really being prevalent anymore, because when you're spawning guys in so fast, you can't charge them out anymore. Or sorry, the only way you can beat them is by charging them out. You can't shoot them out anymore. That's what I meant to say. Because, you know, the odds that you outshoot your opponent spawning guys in is very low. It's hard to shoot in this game. You're probably going to miss a lot, and it is what it is. So, the meta as of late is a very blob charge meta, CSA hit engage. But on these smaller pop servers, it becomes possible to beat your opponent by shooting them, because there's less people. Each death is worth more tickets overall. So
I'm good at running away.
That's why I think skirmish at 200 players is very good. On top of that, a lot of the skirmish maps are very small, and as you increase the number of players on a server, it becomes more and more defender bias, which I'm much more of an attacker. I think attackers should be able to outmaneuver, outflank their opponent, outsmart the defenders, not necessarily just blob up and charge in at them. And that's just the type of skirmish mode that I like. I know the devs say the contrary, so. The devs have said they want to keep pushing as many guys in these servers as they can. And so that's where we're at. So Union's gotten, I think, all the flags across. Nope, this flag that we saw die earlier is still on this side. But Union's got 3 flags, and they're just kind of sitting and shooting down the Confederate team right now. They'll probably charge when they get that 4th flag over.
That's actually kind of harder.
But you got a small CSA force that's a little scattered, engaging a large Union force, where most of the CSA on the bridge still kind of shooting the Union here. What is this guy doing?
I think they're a little sped.
What is my guy doing here?
No, do not shoot 4 dudes. Save your ammo. Save your load. Okay, please.
What is bro doing? So, if Union, obviously Union doesn't see we have the bird's eye view, but if Union pushes aggressively, they can wipe a CSA group. But they're starting to do that. Not necessarily charging. Looks like Colton just pushing up the hill, because remember, they're in a defilade. It looks like they're just trying to scout the area right now.
Alright, get your shot off, pull back. Get your shot off, pull back. Over here.
So it looks like he's just running up, taking shots, and again, pulling down to this defilade where they have cover. They're worried about tickets, although the ticket imbalance is starting to get bigger and bigger in favor of Union. So Dirty Dan pulling his guys up. Bear running over here. Oh, rip him. Union hit engaged, but it's a 4th of morale stage difference. Union scatter charging in here. Colt looks like he's going to lead a more concentrated charge, and these are things that CSA cannot have. CSA tickets are going to drop here for sure. You're going to have guys dying out of line and then skirmishing here. And you can see that bar, if you stare at that bar, it just went down a little bit. Like, it went down a sliver, but all the little stuff adds up, and that's what makes the game, right? Sure, you watch the grand strategy unfold, but it's all the little encounters that really make a battle either very competitive or not. Again, on a low pop server like this, it's hard for the defenders to play. But Union charging through. I love this right now. CSA tickets dropping right now. And Union just needs to keep up the aggression as the attackers. Who would have thought you have to be aggressive as the attackers, and you can do a significant amount of damage. CSA turning from the point of contention to try to get some flanks into the Union, as Union itself kind of scattered, charging towards CSA spawn, which is over there. So as Union's kind of spread out in this charge, CSA hitting the side at a very good time. This was the best time to try to hit the side. So kind of zooming out here. It's very scattered. Union still has all 3 flags up, which is important because remember, each flag is spawning a guy in every 5 seconds. One of those flags going down. And you might think, oh, this scattered charge looks terrible for Union. One, it looks like Union's going to win this. Just because they had 3 flags there and they're respawning those guys in. CSA flag looks like I got knocked down pretty early. But even if Union lost this, CSA is already down to taking losses. And if you don't know the morale stages, they started at Battle Ready. Engage is the 2nd stage, which is what Union's at. Taking losses is the 3rd, which is what we see the CSA at now. Next stage, breaking. Union can capture the point, which is over here, by the way. It's this little open area in front of the snake fence. But once CSA hit breaking, Union can automatically win the point when they capture the point. If they capture the point right now, for example, they have to hold it for some period of time, and then they can win the game.
Yeah, no. Let's
So,
around. Let's go all the way.
CSA is completely decimated. This is going to be a Union victory through and through. I mean, you do have some guys that stayed back here for the CSA. It looks like you have some artillery here as well, but...
Well, so much for rolling up the cannon.
Was that Yeah, it's Decoys. I thought I recognized the voice. You got Color Retrieval Services as well. Iconic name, by the way. So... outside of these Rambos, CSA artillery is located here. You have some of these guys. Looks like they're going to have some fun with the gun, but a lot of them spawning back in from main. Oh, that fused a long time.
Oh, let it explode. Watch out. It's going to explode.
And we have some in front of us.
When will it explode?
Nice.
Did it ever explode? I don't know.
Alright, guys. Hey, kill any RD you see over here. Kill any RD
But yeah, no,
you see over
Union's
here.
just trying. It just exploded. That was a long fuse time. So, You can see Union just knocked out a few Rambos from artillery, and CSA is already down a good chunk. You do have some more CSA artillery spawning in, and this is going to be a great ticket drain on the CSA. What's also going to be a great ticket drain is CSA spreading out as much as they are. When you're spread out, when you're by yourself, obviously you're not going to be winning in any engagement when you're outnumbered, but if you're standing by a lot of people, you lose less tickets when you die. So, and with CSA spreading out as much as they are, they look like to be in 3 little groups. This is not even a group. This is just a scattered mess. And it's going to be really hard for CSA to win this. Now, CSA could try to force Union to capture the point. And then if CSA retakes, they can regain up to the percentage of tickets that Union has. However, it's very hard to organize that in a public match. It's a meta called turtling, is when you hide in your main spawn, trying to force the attacking team to capture. And it's really hard to do in pubs because you're always going to get a couple people going off doing their own thing, whether it be artillery or Ramboing. And so Union's going to be able to knock you down eventually. It's just a matter of time and patience, really. So you have Dirty Dan trying to keep pressure up alongside the artillery. It looks like Admin Destroyer went into the barn here. Looking on the far side, you do have User and Shiloh. They're on the caissons. Union holding the traditional stonewall position that you see Union try to get to all the time. It's pretty much a death sentence if Union gets control of that for CSA. Just a stonewall in general is very nice, but you do have a Union group up here. I don't know which officer moved them up here, but they're getting hit from a lot of sides, and it's just frankly not a good spot. Probably getting some kills, but not a great spot. Yep, pulling back there is the best decision. One CSA flag is down, and I don't know why it's not being picked up. A couple more kills, and we're going to see the CSA go into breaking, and Union's going to win off the rip.
Watch it on your left.
I mean, I didn't intend to get the flag, but now I have it.
Watch out, officer on the left. Oh no.
Yeah, you have one officer running up here.
Why the fuck don't you love me?
Aww. Sullivan Smells Sphere is running up with his guys. Union could probably make a break for the point, try to start capping it right now. Pre-cap that point, get it so that once CSA hits breaking, which they're about to hit, you just cap and win the game right away. Force an engagement on point in it, if anything. These are just minor suggestions. Union's going to win this regardless. It's almost a whole morale stage difference right now, which very hard to overcome.
Oh, back to back.
Ouch.
Retreat, boys. Move out,
Up and over. Maryland Company B.
And we got Bear here.
And Colts Company, if you're in a separate company, we're moving up and over. We're going down the snake fence. Let's go.
Looks like they're going to start making their way to point. CSA should probably start trying to move near the point. Again, the odds you're winning this is small, but you don't want to just let the Union have the point, which they're kind of holding far away from that right now. More Unions starting to pull off the stone wall and retreat, heading towards the point of contention. And you do have CSA starting to make moves. Dirty Dan, this is going to hit in the breaking. It didn't, it's just, CSA was always going to hit breaking, but this will just kind of speed up that process. Point still going down naturally. And Union as a whole team is completely pulling off, starting to move on to the point here. That is not natural decay anymore. CSA moving in. Union artillery. That fuse is really long as well. So Union's holding on point. Shots are being engaged right now. And there you go. CSA go down to breaking. And Union's going to cap and win this game. So, good job on part of the Union. This round should be over. You do have some CSA trying to flank around the far side. CSA as a team, just you got to rush the point here. Sitting back here, you're about to lose the game. If Union captures, they win the game. Why are you sitting back? There you go. Good, good. Maybe Admin Destroyer was just reorganizing his guys. Maybe I just looked over at a bad moment. Regardless, he's pushing his guys in, and I like that. Like, over here, you should not be sitting. Yeah, Admin Destroyer is preaching here. I'm sorry for criticizing you a moment ago. It's for the Fiend. So, and it's way too late, though. CSA has way too, or Union has way too many numbers on point. And so, that's going to be it.
You got fucked! You got fucked!
So yeah, with that all being said, again, apologies for the Ghost of Antietam. I know it's going to be a little shorter video because obviously an event's 2 rounds. They're a lot longer normally than pub matches, so apologies about that. But yeah, this was a good round of Burnside Bridge from Union part. I really liked what CSA did at the beginning, but they need to do more of it. And I think that was the biggest thing, because once we saw Union get behind, especially on the small pop server, they just kind of sat back, harassed, and eventually just charged right through the CSA as they regained their numbers by picking up their flags. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, check out on our Patreon, where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. But besides that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and we will see you tomorrow, as I should be live streaming some more of Rights. See you in the next one.